Hello, everybody. I'm Stephen Carlson, and this is a Sedona Method support call, and I'm glad to welcome you all. So, as is my habit, my custom, my pleasure, I'm going to start this call with a nice, gentle group release. And the topic that I've chosen is going to be letting go of the need to prove yourself. So, this is all related, of course, to that feeling of not good enough. So many of us go through life feeling like no matter what we've accomplished, no matter how much we've accumulated, no matter how much we've given to the world, we still have to demonstrate our value. We have to prove ourselves somehow. And you find this, oddly enough, in the most successful people. Maybe that's what makes them successful. It certainly doesn't make them happy. And so, what we're all about here is happiness, peace, joy, contentment. Oh, and by the way, if you are doing your work from that place, guess what the result is going to be? More often than not, you're going to be successful anyway. So let's just start by checking in. Allow yourself to settle, allow things to be as they are, just for now. Just notice what happens inside when you think about that need to prove yourself. Whatever it is, whatever field, whatever part of your life, I have to prove myself. I have to show others I'm good enough, smart enough, capable enough, accomplished enough, maybe even spiritual enough. Whatever that means to you, just notice how the body mind reacts. That may kick up memories, stories, images, sounds. You may notice beliefs. And pay attention to what's happening in the body. The body is a very, very useful place to work because that's where our feelings are actually displayed. That's where we resonate, most of us. So notice what's happening to the body when you think about what you need to prove. You may notice nervous tension. You may feel a racing pulse. There may also be signs of discomfort. So whatever's happening in the body, just notice that. And as always, I encourage you to approach this practice with curiosity. And so, once again, I have to prove myself. I have to show them. So, chances are, you may not like how that feels. You may want to stop the racing mind. You may feel uncomfortable in the body. That's resistance. It's that desire to control the reaction that's happening. Just notice any sense of wanting to control this, any resistance to what's happening. Chances are that resistance even intensifies the feeling that you started with. So just notice resistance. And just for now, could you give that permission? Since that's here anyway, could you open to that reaction? Good. And then see if that feels personal. Chances are it feels like it's about you, your story, how others perceive you. Let that feel as personal as it just might feel. Only for now. And take a breath or two. And then when you're ready, Could you let that go? Would you let that go? When? And then take a breath and allow things to settle once again. Let's go back to the beginning. Think about whatever it is, whatever field of endeavor, whatever part of your life where you feel like you need to prove something. You need to show the others, whatever it is. Maybe you need to prove to yourself. And notice the reactions in the mind and in the body. Approach this with curiosity. Let's explore. Thoughts, memories, stories, beliefs, images and sounds. And notice also the body, how it reacts. And notice also any change. Is this the same as when we started? Has it shifted? Right. And then look for any desire to make this different, even to let it go. That's what we do when we come here, is let things go, right? Well, guess what? That strong desire to let things go becomes a bottleneck if you're not aware of it. So for now, let's just focus on that desire to let go, which, if you're not careful, simply becomes another effort to control. So just for now, could you allow yourself to feel any desire to control, to change, to push this away, to hold on to it? Could be also any signs of resistance. And since that's here anyway, could you give it permission? Just take a deep breath and allow it to be like that. Since it's like that anyway, why not? And then, does this feel personal? Is this about you? Is this how others see you, how you see yourself? Is this you? And open to that. And check for any judgment, because that's always part of it, isn't it? Because you should, you shouldn't. Notice any sense of judging yourself for any reaction that you might be having. But notice also how important language is to this. I'm going to switch the language and we'll see. Just notice any reaction that might be happening, any sense that it might be personal to a you. And then let's just check. Is that really about you? Are you those thoughts? Can you change them? Can you make them go away? I can't. I've never met anyone who could. So how could that possibly be you if you can't control it? So are those thoughts you? Or are you that which is aware of thoughts? Are these reactions in the body you? Can you control those? In my experience, the body reacts the way it does. There's no sense of control here. I wish I could, but the body does what it does. It reacts the way it does. That's how emotion works. So how could that possibly be you if you can't control it, if it just happens? Are you those reactions in the body, or are you that which is aware of these sensations? And notice how it might feel to shift in that awareness, to sit in that awareness, just for now. And then If there's still a sense of you, that's okay. This still feels me. Whatever sense of me is there, whatever sense of the individual, is it possible that that's just a thought, a memory, an idea? Is it possible that those are just sensations? And just for now, could you just, could you let this go? Would you let this go? Are you willing? And when? Doesn't that seem like a good place to stop just for now? I see hands are raised, at least virtual hands. Mary, I think you were the first. If you'd like to unmute and say hi, you're welcome. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Stephen. And thank you. That was a brilliant and wonderful. I didn't realize how much I was trying to prove. So that the topic was absolutely super helpful for me and actually brought up a lot of things that I probably need to go back and even release on more. But that was brilliant. So anyhow, great
Oh, wait,
game.
wait a second. Wait a second. You're going to save all that for later? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I've got another topic that
Okay.
feels almost more pressing. At least I got some release on that. If we have time later on after everybody goes, I can't see who's got their hands up or whatever. But um,
Well,
the
let's
thing,
just go. Go ahead and yeah, let's just
yeah, the thing that over. I don't know if you remember, but I've dealt with a lot of anxiety and panic, and it's bad during the day. But of course, I've got the releasing. I've got, whatever other tools and stuff that I can do and work through it. But probably for about the last month, all of a sudden I've been jolted awake at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in a panic,
mm,
just out of a dead sleep. And
mm,
there's it's I've gotten used to them. So, but there's no doubt I'm definitely resisting them. I
mm-hmm,
hate them because I'm trying to release, half asleep. I can't go back to sleep. Sometimes I can hardly release because
mm-hmm,
I feel so panicked and I can't relax enough to even think of what I'm supposed to be saying or doing.
mm-hmm,
And also too, I've found in the middle of the night, when I do wear nightshades to block out light, but when I take those off and it's pitch black, and then it gets kind of scary for me. And that's been going on for probably about a month now.
mm.
And I would love to release on how much I hate them, how much I've been resisting them, because then I don't go back to sleep. And yeah.
Couple questions. So you say this has been happening for about a month. How many times do you suppose it's happened? Just, I'm not asking you to count, but just a guess. Every night or every other night or maybe,
Oh, it's been consistent
uh,
for about a month.
so it's happening every night. That's the,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you've come to expect this, is that right?
Uh, Trying not to,
Well,
but probably subconsciously, yeah.
of course, of course. If it happens every night, is it going to happen tonight as well? It's kind of an obvious
I hope
conclusion.
not.
Okay, all right.
But they
Well, you see
they
what?
seem to also be escalating. So you're probably right. I'm subconsciously expecting them, and yeah, seem to be getting worse.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's just go ahead and name it for what it is. It seems to be a pattern, right? It seems to be developing into even more intense disturbances. And
Hmm.
so, really, what this is, and I don't mean to invalidate what's happening by naming it as such, but it's a story.
Yeah.
And again, just to I'll offer a little background here. Stories, well, we try to understand the world, and a big tool for doing that is stories. So, what's important to realize is that stories in themselves are not a problem. It's just when we begin to believe that they are true. And so what happens is that we begin to look for evidence, right? And the more that we find evidence, the more that it reinforces this. And as you said, it seems to be getting stronger and stronger, right? And then
Yeah.
comes that fear, that concern that, oh no, it's actually getting stronger. It's going to be even more. Well, you see what,
Right.
well,
Right.
so
Yeah.
let's just start first of all with that sense of fear. Do you notice that? That fear that this is taking over, right?
Oh, yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that fear that, oh dear, it's going to happen tonight. It's going to be worse. That fear.
Well, it's even happened. The fear is even coming up during the day.
Well,
Just be,
there is it here
yeah.
now?
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I woke, since I woke up with it, I did calm myself, did a bunch of releasing, did some tapping, did some other
Uh-huh.
stuff, calmed down enough to get on the call. Um,
Okay,
but
well,
yeah, there's a,
let's just focus on, well, could you invite that fear? I know this, obviously we
uh,
don't want to do that. I know. I know. But just for now, not forever, could you invite it? I know that takes courage, but just open to it. Allow it. It's here anyway, so why should it hide? Yeah, that's right. And you're here, you're fully supported. Could you just allow it to be like that just for now? Right, and just notice the reactions in the body in particular. I heard a little sob. That's completely okay. We know that. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to react that way. But look at the body. Notice what's happening. Tension, discomfort, the upwelling of emotion. Yeah, okay. And don't forget to breathe. That helps to move things. So let's just sit with this for a moment and allow it to be like that just as best you can. Yeah,
there's more fear than I realized. Yeah.
of course, of course. So, but we're going to sit with that for just a moment, not forever, but just to allow it to unravel, to open, to reveal itself just a little further. So, are you still here?
Yeah.
Are you dead or alive?
I'm alive.
Oh, okay. Well, we laughed a little bit, but isn't that the core of the fear? Hmm?
Oh, what? Just be the fear
Yeah.
of,
Well, I mean, I'm guessing a little bit, but I think you've been doing this practice long enough to understand that fears always eventually point to one thing and one thing only. What is that? Death.
I, I've heard that, but I'll be honest, there's times where that would be easier than living through the
Uh-huh.
sensations.
Well, just for now, could you notice there might even be a desire to be done, right?
Oh, yeah.
To
Yeah.
surrender to oblivion. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So could you open to that? That's actually the desire for, yes, oblivion.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right. Let's go back and forth a little bit. Notice that fear.
Yeah.
Notice that resistance to feeling it. Who wants to feel that?
Yeah.
And that one step further, that desire to surrender, to be done with everything.
Yeah.
Right. And then back to the beginning, that fear. Notice how it shows up in the body in particular.
Sure. Heart pounding is the main thing that
Of
I,
course.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So allow that to be like that for now. Notice also that resistance, because who the hell wants to feel this, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then that sense of just wanting to let go of everything and just surrender to death, really.
Yeah.
Done with
It just being over. Yeah.
it. Yeah. Right. And one more time, just notice that fear, how that shows up, the heart pounding, the racing thoughts.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath or two and just be with that for a moment. And then, of course, notice how much you don't want this. Who would want that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then even that very subtle desire to just let go of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I wonder, isn't courage also obviously here?
Oh, I tell myself that almost every day. I look in the mirror and tell myself how courageous I am.
Well, we don't need to make it up. I mean, just the fact that you're here on a call with a whole bunch of strangers, you're willing to face the ultimate fear, truly.
Yeah.
Right. And willing to stick with it. What else could that possibly be? Just notice the courage. You don't have to ask for it. It's there. Notice it.
Good point. Yeah.
Right. I think anybody can see that. I hope you can too.
Yeah. I do
So
most of the time. Yeah.
just notice courage, how that shows up and how that feels. Right? Right. So all of this, which is being experienced right here, right now, could you drop this? Just let this go. Is it possible? Yes or no? Either one's okay.
Yes, it's possible. Yeah.
Okay. And would you? Are you willing?
I'm so willing. Yeah.
Okay, then. When?
Oh, right now.
Cool. Take a breath or two. Yeah. So, and then go back to the beginning with that sense of fear that was coming up. And notice it's probably still here because, well, maybe, maybe not, but I'm guessing. But check and see. Is it the same? Is it shifted? Is it shifting?
Oh, it's definitely less, much less fear. Yeah.
Mhm. It's always important to notice these things. So truly, could you allow whatever is here to be just as best you can?
Yeah. And I do notice the support, and thank you for pointing that out. And
Hmm.
um, I feel the support here. I love these calls.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody here is on your side, and everybody here understands what it means to feel fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, your courage is also an inspiration to others.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's obvious. I just want to point that out to you. It's right,
Thank you.
right. So again, could you just allow it all to be here just for now as best you can? Right,
Yeah.
right. And then to be fair, notice also any desire to make it different because, well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
sure. Right. But notice also how that desire to control and drop it, shift it, make it different. Notice what happens to that feeling when you resist it.
Yeah. I could, even just as you saying that, I could feel my body start to tense up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or start to. Yeah.
Sure, for sure. Well, let's go back and forth just a little bit. So notice that fear and how it
Yeah.
shows up in the body in particular. Just pay particular attention to the body. Take a breath or two. And then just allow yourself to feel how much you don't want this. Who would want this, right?
Yeah.
Allow
Yeah.
resistance to be here. It's natural,
Yeah.
right? Back to the original feeling. And then the resistance to feeling that way.
Yeah.
The feeling,
Yeah.
the resistance.
Yeah.
Mhm. But then, for good measure, the courage that it takes to do this. Notice that. Because isn't that just the underpinning, the ground of everything now? That courage is just so obvious. Notice the courage to sit with these feelings as you are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
That helps so much that you pointed that out because even though I tell myself that, I try to daily, just to hear you say that. And yeah,
Well, there's a real power in doing this with others because what we're doing is reinforcing each other and supporting each other and creating a field of release. It makes it a lot easier to release with the support of others, in other words. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
but if you could also be open to the possibility that this courage is of great value and service to others, by the way.
Oh, thank you for saying that. That means a lot.
It's not flattery.
I know. I know.
Hmm. Okay.
It just helps me to know that I'm might be helping somebody else by being honest and showing up. So thank you.
Yes. Well, let's go back to that original feeling that we started with, which was that fear that this was going to happen again, right? This
Yeah.
dread, this. So allow that to be here as best you can and just notice again, is it different? Is it shifting? Is it the same?
Oh, it's definitely lightened up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And by you reminding me about the courage, I feel like okay, if it does show up, I have the courage. I am the courage, that
Mm-hmm.
can deal with whatever comes up.
Well, let's take one more interesting step in this because so courage is a quality of the heart. And you may know by now I'm all about that. And so there's another very, very useful quality which is right next to it, which is gratitude,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
So just notice any sense of gratitude which is here. It could be gratitude just for that little shift that you've experienced, gratitude.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gratitude for you and this call. Yeah.
Happy to be
That
with
helps
you.
me not feel so alone in all of
Mhm.
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Gratitude for the opportunity to let go because, in fact, whatever is happening right now is an opportunity for freedom,
Yeah.
right?
Great point. Yeah.
This is a useful observation for the rest of the group as well. We tend to look at our problems, right, as as negative, but in fact, these are invitations to freedom. These feelings, well, we go around with these feelings for most of our lives, actually, most of us. In fact, I would say most people never deal with them at all. But in fact, a kind of a story, as you've explained, this reoccurring midnight or 3 in the morning panic is is it possible that's actually an invitation to freedom, to let go?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and so again, this is totally the opposite of what we'd normally think, but could you allow yourself a little gratitude for this opportunity? Even if it shows up as a panic attack, it's still an invitation. And it's still possible to feel gratitude.
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Opportunity for freedom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, not only that, but it's also helpful because with
Right.
courage and gratitude, well, I'll ask you, what's here now?
Um, I'm a lot more peace and calm. In fact, I'm getting really sleepy and might need to take a nap. A nap. I've calmed down so much, I might need to leave the call early to take a nap. Oh,
Well, I'm just going to take that as a compliment.
yeah, yeah. It would be a compliment, yeah, if that's what happens.
Mhm. But could you do that as well? Could that also be a compliment for you and all that you've done with your courage coming to this call?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I can look at it like that. Yeah.
So, in the name of all of us who are participating on this call and perhaps those watching afterwards, allow me to express gratitude to you for bringing this to the group and for showing us your courage. How's that for
That,
now?
thank you so much, Stephen. That's wonderful. I appreciate it
Cool.
more than you know. Thank you.
Excellent. That's why we do these calls. Thank you, Mary. Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Well, what a great day. Sharon, I see your hand up. You're welcome to unmute and say hello. It's good to see you.
Hi, Stephen. Thank you. And before you, if you do go, Mary, just want to say thanks to Mary because that was really interestingly, it was similar to what I was going to ask for. So I was releasing along, and it was, very freeing. Similar things came up for me, fear, and also it got to the point where it's just like wanting to die in it, believe it or not, and it's just wanting something, something done with.
Right?
So yeah, I just just thought that was amazing. Maybe a little bit more, because I feel like negative expectations is something that's big for me, Stephen. Um,
You and the rest of the world, of course, yes. I don't know if you've noticed, but the news is full of negative expectations,
yeah,
right? So nothing original, but nevertheless, good
yeah,
observation. Yeah.
yeah. I just I'm just feeling like I mean, I'll give a little bit of story. There's a lot of issues going on here with neighbours.
Mm,
It was originally a place for older people, and people have moved in with severe mental health issues. And this morning, it was our time to get our bin out. And we're second from the end, and the end house she's
mm,
right by the rear gate, and she's blocking it. And
mhm,
I'm just getting so stressed. And we only put out usually every 4 weeks instead of every 2 weeks because of the situation, but we
mm,
had to put it out today, and it's just expecting. I mean, she's behaving really badly in the garden, doing things as well. It's
mm,
just constant, and there was a lot of fear coming up for me today, just to get the bin in and out, and they were late
mhm,
coming because sometimes we manage to get it back before she gets up, and it's just like controlling me in some ways, and
mhm. Well, that could be the starting point. Shall we do a little releasing around that? Are you there, Sharon?
hello.
Yeah, I think.
Hello. Yeah, there was an
There we
incoming
go.
call. Sorry.
Never mind. That's fine.
It actually when an incoming call comes, even if you cancel it, it takes away the internet connection. So, um,
Never mind.
yeah,
What I was saying was, you just said that you feel controlled, and I was
yeah,
offering you the invitation to release on that control. We could start with that.
yeah. I'm just sick of being like feeling like really uncomfortable on edge with this person
Right.
who's behaving in a really inappropriate and abusive way. Really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, as best you can, could you open up to that feeling of being controlled? How much it feels like this person has her fingers in your life, right?
It's not even that, Stephen, as you say that. It's like the housing situation here. It's become apparent they've changed the system with the housing recently, and it's become apparent that I am not going to get anywhere through the housing association, and
Mm.
private rent is just unaffordable. So I feel like I'm being controlled by all of it, really.
Well, could you just open up to what you have said, that feeling of being controlled? That's the essence.
Yeah. And what I feel is fear, and also there's some like rage
For sure.
around this as well. Why should I have to deal with this, all of this?
Right.
Why should I be in this situation, I suppose?
Mm. So, and as best as you can, could you give it all permission to be like this just for now? Not forever, but for now, for here and now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just relief doing that, actually. Wow, there's the freedom in that, isn't
It is.
there? Wow,
It
I've just
is.
like felt that I'm so beyond this situation. It's more than what, more than what I am. Like, it's just, oh wow, that was amazing just to be able to feel that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mind takes me again, but what about this issue?
But
What you
what
put
about
in?
this? Yes, of course. Well, and the mind, isn't it trying to help though?
Mm,
Right?
yeah, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. That's all very
But
good, and that's all very good, Susan. Excuse me, Sharon. But don't forget, see, the mind is stepping in because it wants to help. It may not be helpful, but right?
yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and then in it as well, you actually see. I mean, when you were doing the group release, Stephen,
Mm.
I was aware like it is like you like sometimes you're holding on. Well, you are holding on because you wanted to fix something, you wanted to control something,
Right.
and that is something that is going on in this situation. How do I get out of this situation? How can I get the money to get out of this situation? All that is in a
Mm.
spin, and why are you doing that? You're holding on to it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but it's how do you get out of it? Yeah. Wow. You drive yourself around the twist, don't you, with your thoughts?
Well, when you
Oh,
believe them to be true, that's, yeah, of course.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Oh.
But as usual, this is just the mind stepping in to help. It isn't
Yeah,
always helpful, but it's doing its best. So,
yeah, yeah.
you
So
know,
I'm
go ahead.
yeah. I was just going to say the holding on as well. It just brings me back to the fear, believe it or not. It's like, which
Mhm.
is back to front, like the mind is. It's like you're holding on because there's fear, but obviously, you're staying stuck in all that, aren't you? That's what's. And then I'm aware of that sometimes, but like I say again, it's like, but how do you get out of all this?
Well, so what would you say if I told you this? Your existence, your life, your survivability here is guaranteed until the second that you die.
Mm,
You follow me?
yeah,
I mean, each of us is
yeah,
going to come to an end at one point or another. You don't know when that's going to be.
yeah, yeah.
You
But I
know,
think when you say that, what I feel, what comes to me is, well, I don't want to live every day to the rest of my life living like this with people like this around us. You know,
well, of course you don't.
no.
Who
And
would
it just
want that?
feels like, is it ever possible
Right.
to get out of this situation? That's how it feels. It feels like, suppose there's a hopelessness coming up now.
Well, then, if there's hopelessness, could you allow it, open to it, give it permission for a moment or two? And allow it to be here. Notice also it probably shows up in the body more than anything. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I feel it now really in my throat. It's like a
Mm,
heaviness right here. Yeah.
mhm. So since it's here anyway, could you allow it and give it permission? Not for right now, but just for now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And let's take one more step if you're willing. Yeah. Could you let go of wanting this to mean anything? What if it's just, indigestion? What if it's just, right, sensation in the body? Does it actually have to have a name, a meaning? Could you allow it, just for now, to be raw energy in the body? Yeah,
Yes, yeah, I can.
right. And just for now, could you give it permission to do what it needs to do?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, what
Hmm.
was interesting that came up was like, I'm taking it very personal. It's like, what does this mean about me? Why is this happening to me?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's like feeling less than, I suppose.
Ah.
The person's treated got really, you know, I mean, I've talked about this person before on other calls, Stephen, as you know.
Sure.
She just seems to have a vindictive, um, hateful energy towards me.
Mm-hmm.
I've done nothing to the person. I've helped the woman in the past, so it's very
Right.
difficult to be with. Really, that why anyone would behave in such a way. So then I think what come up was like, trying to work out, I suppose, what have I done to deserve this? What does this mean about me?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Just for now, could you allow it to feel as personal as it seems to? Allow yourself to feel like that target. Hmm?
Yeah.
Something wrong with you because she's not like this to everybody, but she's chosen you because whatever it is, right? Yeah. Allow it to feel as personal as it seems to be.
Yeah. There's a lot of shaking coming up.
Mm-hmm. Right. It shows up again mostly in the body, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, in the head, really.
Right. Right, right, right.
So there's like a rage as well. It's right because it feels like it is very personal. Even though, to be
Oh.
honest, there was another person here who's left 6 months ago. She started with her, really. She was
Mm-hmm.
vindictive towards her. Then she got
Mm-hmm.
moved on. And
Right.
then it was me straight away. It's like she's always looking like for a target in some ways. So,
Well, maybe you're onto something, right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's me who needs to release, well, saying needs, just letting go how I'm taking it personal, really. Yeah.
Well, hmm. Yeah. Well, let me just ask you, what's here now?
There's probably a little less feeling it's personal. Just know it's more. It's really what's going on for her. I feel, I suppose, and I know obviously there is no individual person neither. So, but I feel there's a little bit of detachment from that now as well, Stephen. Thank you.
Right, right. Well, let's take it one step further. I think it's interesting I think you're onto something, and I'm going to invite
Yeah,
you to explore
yeah.
it a little further because,
Okay, thanks.
well, first of all, just imagine what it would be like to go through life like that woman is going through life.
Yeah, I said
When
that to
you're
my mum this morning. I thought, wow, how to be like that all the time.
right.
Yeah, and you look at her face, and she looks like a woman possessed at times. She looks so miserable the majority of the time. It's
Yes, of course.
just, yeah,
Well, she is possessed.
yeah. She is by her thoughts, isn't she? Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
by her thoughts, but also perhaps her emotions. you know? I mean,
Yeah.
Eckhart Tolle, you must know his name. He's very,
I do. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
has this concept of the pain body, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
so
Yeah.
I think that's useful because as you are experiencing these emotions come up in the body,
Yeah.
our body is really a useful tool for releasing because that's the organ of perception. That's how we feel, right? That's where
Yeah.
emotions are perceived. So yeah, pain body. It's a useful concept because it takes the shift is away from you. This is actually not you. This is a phenomenon which is occurring in the level of emotion in the body, but it seems to have kind of its own independent, I'm not
Yeah.
so sure I want to say life, but existence, right? So,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so
I mean,
go
yeah, I was
ahead.
just going to say, Eckhart Tolle talks about relationships, doesn't he, with the pain body? He
Sure.
says any, romantic relationships, as soon as they've been together for a certain amount of time, the pain body responds. And it is the same with every relationship, isn't it, really? You're sometimes triggered by certain people.
Well, and then you can take that a step further because well, let's just take romantic relationships. Of course, what we're told in the culture is that, boy meets girl or however you wish. These days it's a little bit more flexible, but whatever. Two people come together and then everything is happily ever after, right?
Yeah.
Except that it's not. It's not.
Oh.
The reality is that you choose the exact perfect person to bring up all of that, right?
Yeah, it's
So
true that, isn't it? Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh.
maybe our understanding of relationships is a little bit off, and so, but maybe this woman, your neighbor, and you are
Yeah.
serving each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that thought came up this morning, actually,
Right.
Steve. I thought there's something going on between us that's
Mm-hmm.
creating all
Right.
this, yeah, whatever.
Well, this poor woman is going through with her emotional reactions, and oh, she just needs to have another person to project everything onto. This is, she needs to
Yeah,
have a target, right?
yeah, that's
And
true.
and and
Yeah,
and poor woman, her original target moved away.
yeah,
So what is she going to do?
someone else.
Right, you generously stepped up and volunteered. Now, of course, so you're offering her a service, right? So,
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
no,
and she's offering me a service, isn't she, Stephen?
this is,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you've
Yeah,
got it.
this has been going on for 18 months, and I've released so much and I've released on so many calls. So I mean, as you were saying to Mary before, it's gratitude, isn't it? And so it doesn't feel like that a lot of the time.
Right.
It is an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
release what's going on for you and be free. It really
Exactly.
is.
Exactly.
It's just sometimes I feel that we get stuck in the thick of it. We get stuck in the story, don't we, really? And sometimes stuck in the feelings, I suppose.
We
Yeah.
do. We do. And
Yeah.
oftentimes, healing means seeing things differently.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm,
So,
yeah. That resonates, that, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
good for now?
It is. Yeah. I mean, like you say, it's we perceive as well from what's going on for us, don't we? And that's not always true perception, really. Yeah. That's it.
It
Yeah.
may not be the full story. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Stephen. Thanks, everyone on the call. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for raising your hand there. Well, 10 minutes left in the call. Where has the time gone? Not that I'm really all that concerned. I'm happy to help anybody else who'd like to step up and raise their hand. I'm going to lower Sharon's. I did see one other hand, but I think that was somebody who's no longer in the call. Well, I could take this time to mention that I also do one-on-one work as a coach. If anybody's interested, you can find me either through Facebook or the WhatsApp community, or just hit me up on the call in the chat. We can connect in that way. I do this free call every week at this point, in great part because I enjoy doing it. But I also enjoy working one-on-one. And well, having said that, if anybody would like to raise their hand, ask for support, share a gain, that's always welcome. Ask a question, I'm open. I notice one or two names here that I don't recognize. And I just want to tell you that you don't have to say or do anything on this call. I hope it's been of benefit, but you're also welcome to raise your hand or even just unmute and say hi. There's no expectation. I'll make one more offer, which is you can also request a group release if there's a topic that you'd like to explore and do it as a group. That's also a possibility.
If no one's going to, oh, somebody else has put the message through, Stephen, so I'll stop.
Well, I just saw that. Thank you again. I'm in a public space. Perfectly understandable. No worries. I hope you come back again. Happy to work with you if you need to on a call in future. It's great. And you wanted to say something, Sharon. You're also welcome. So
Yeah, just asking for a group release, Stephen. Thank you. Maybe just on what I'd like a release on is opening, well, just clearing any blocks to receiving, being open to fully receive, abundance,
oh, sure.
prosperity. Yeah,
Well, you're
all
probably the
good
only person
things.
on this call that is actually interested in abundance at this point. So I think we can make you.
Okay.
That's a joke, of
Thanks,
course.
Stephen. Thank you.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this call with a nice group release on opening to receiving. And it may sound like a strange topic. Doesn't everybody like to get stuff? Well, you'd think so. But if you feel lack of money, resources, support, help, it may be possible that you're simply not also open to receiving. And so, why would that be? One reason could just be that feeling that I don't deserve. Small children generally don't feel any hesitation to receive. But then a helpful adult will come along and say, you know, you shouldn't take, you don't deserve, put that down, leave that for others. We receive these kinds of messages and we often believe them as well. So just notice any sense that I don't deserve. I shouldn't step up. I should allow others, perhaps. Whatever that means to you, that feeling that you just don't deserve to receive. To receive love, attention, money, support, resources, whatever receiving means to you. I don't deserve. I don't deserve. Notice any sense of those feelings. Notice how this shows up in the mind. Stories, memories, thoughts, beliefs, images, sounds. Notice how the body reacts to that. I don't deserve. Maybe a sense of cramping, restriction, tension, discomfort, dis-ease. I don't deserve. And since whatever is showing up is here anyway, could you allow it, open to it, give it permission? Just for now, not forever. And approach it with curiosity. Allow it to be here. Have a look. I don't deserve. And then check for any resistance. Ooh, I don't like the way this feels. That's resistance. Ooh, I want to change this. I want to receive. That's resistance. Notice any desire to control what you're experiencing, feeling, and allow that just for now. A good breath or two helps to move things around, so just breathe. And then check and see, does this feel personal? Right? Of course it feels personal. You don't deserve. You want. So allow this to seem as personal as it does, just for now. Along with any judgments, by the way, because, you really shouldn't, should you? Or maybe you should. There's always a sense of judgment implicit in that sense of me. That me is never good enough, never complete. So allow all that to be here, as much as it seems to be. And then, could you just drop that? Could you? Is it possible? Could you? Would you let that go? Are you willing? When? So let's go back to the beginning. That part of being open to receiving is the deserving of it. And part of it is allowing others to do that. There's often a sense of obligation that comes. Oof, I can't take because then it's going to be my round the next time. Then they're going to come asking for a favor. Then I'm in debt to that person. Then I owe something. So notice any kind of holdback around the other person, that you don't want that kind of karmic obligation of receiving. It's a very subtle thing sometimes, but just allow yourself to open to that possibility that this might just be about not wanting that obligation of receiving. Right. Notice how that shows up. There might be thoughts in the mind, stories, beliefs, etc. There could also be, very often, reactions in the body. To notice any sense of stress, tension, discomfort. Have a look around the body and notice that reaction. I don't want to feel obligated. I don't want to be in someone's debt. And what if that's actually a desire for freedom? It may be a little displaced. So whatever's coming up, whatever's here, let's just check. Is any of this actually you? Are you those thoughts? Are you those sensations? Or are you that which is aware? And allow yourself to sit in that awareness for a moment or two and notice. Thoughts will come and go. We can't really control, but we can try. But if you just allow the thoughts, they arise, but they also go away of their own. And notice also sensations in the body. The body has its reactions, but these don't last forever either. Whatever's felt in the body, it's always different, isn't it? Oh, there may be patterns, there may be habits of feeling, but is it always that way? In my experience, in the experience of the people I work with, these feelings, they come and go. They shift. They dissipate. They rise and fall. How could this be you? You can't control this. So just for now, could you allow yourself to sit in that awareness and simply be? Notice the peace that comes from allowing yourself to rest in beingness. And maybe the best way to finish up this group release is just with a possibility. In my experience, love is when giving and receiving are the same thing. So what if giving and receiving are the same thing? The more that you receive, the more that you're giving. The more that you give, the more that you receive. So just for now, allow yourself to play with that idea of giving and receiving. What if those are the same thing? This is my understanding of love. And allow yourself to rest in love for just a moment longer. Good. So, that does feel like a natural place to stop. I'm just going to check. Oh, I see that Ramona, she's gone from the call, but she had a great idea, the topic of forgiveness. I love it. We're going to talk about forgiveness in another call, but it's a lovely topic. I think we're done. Would like to remind you, you can always go back to YouTube and find this call. I also post the recording to the Sedona Method Facebook group and also WhatsApp. So you're welcome to go back, listen to these recordings again, and I hope they're of benefit. And that's it. I wish you all a terrific weekend, and I'll see you all next week.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Thanks, everyone. Just to say, Stephen, that last group release was amazing. Really some good issues. Yeah, so thank you.
It's one of my favorite things to contemplate. Giving and receiving are really the same thing from the heart.
Yeah. Thanks for that reminder as well, because we forget that, don't we, sometimes? Yeah, it was all great, that. Thank you.
Great. Well,